Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to talk about a system that looks like paperwork on the surface, but is actually a hidden business around legal mobility. Driver's license reinstatement services, SR-22 filings, and high risk auto insurance. This image shows a person receiving a suspension notice from the state, visibly overwhelmed, and talking with a lawyer about what comes next. That matters because the suspension is not just a legal inconvenience, it can become a mobility crisis. The visible product is reinstatement help. The hidden business is a long paid process of proving you deserve to drive again. This image shows a state patrol stop happening on the roadside. It reminds us that the reinstatement story does often begins with an enforcement event, a DUI, no insurance, reckless driving, or some other violation that turns ordinary driving into state intervention. The visible scene here is a live traffic stop. The hidden system is the largest compliance machinery that may follow for years. Now, this image shows the officer asking for a license and paperwork. That matters because documentation is everything in this lane. A valid license, proof of insurance, proof of filing, proof of responsibility. These are papers that determine whether mobility is lawful or not. The visible product is routine verification. The hidden business is a document based gatekeeping system. This image shows the court side of the problem. The gavel with the phrase license suspension makes the sanction explicit. Once the judgment happens, the driver's status changes. They are no longer just a motorist, they become a risky and non compliant driver in the eyes of the state. The visible product is punishment. The hidden business is what comes afterward filing fees and expensive monitored insurance. Now, this image is very emotionally important because it shows a despondent client being comforted by his attorney outside the DMV office. That's a strong visual for what this system feels like from the inside. The visible scene is support after setback. The hidden reality is that the person is now entering an administrative maze, not just court, but DMV rules, insurance requirements, and financial obligations that all have to line up before legal driving returns. Now, this image shows a driver blowing into an ignition interlock device before the car will start. That matters because restoration is not always full freedom. Sometimes the privilege to drive comes back only in a conditional form, filtered through technology. The visible product is safety. The hidden business is monitored eligibility. The driver is back on the road, but only under supervision. Now, this image is one of the sharpest in the presentation because it makes the financial side visible. Here we see the SR-22 certificate, the insurance paperwork, and the implied increased cost calculations. That is the hidden business model in one frame. The visible product is the required filing. The hidden business is risk price insurance that make legal driving more expensive for years. This image shows a driver already back on the road, but still subject to verification. The officer is checking documents once again. That matters because reinstatement is not the end of scrutiny. Once a driver is in a high risk category, paperwork remains central. The visible scene is another stop. The hidden truth is that legal mobility has become something the driver must keep proving. This image shows the officer writing a ticket, which is important because now every new event can feed back into the compliance system. A new citation, a new accident, a missed requirement, all of it can affect court records, DMV status, and insurance pricing. The visible product is a ticket. The hidden business is an information pipeline that keeps the high risk file alive. Now, this image adds to the accident angle. Crashes are not only personal tragedies or property losses, they also become proof points in the larger system of risk pricing and legal oversight. This visible image is a wreck. The hidden consequences that accidents can deepen the driver's financial and administrative burden long after the roadway is cleared. Now, this image reinforces one of the biggest truths of this presentation. Documents are part of the driving experience now. The driver is showing paperwork to the officer, and that paperwork can be the difference between lawful travel and another spiral of trouble. The visible consequence is compliance. The hidden businesses that insurers, DMVs, and courts have all made proof itself part of the product. Now, this image is useful, a turning point, because it shows the more hopeful side. As long as the person pays the costs and keep the required filing active, the system reflects a compliant status. That matters because this image is not only about punishment, it is about conditional restoration. The visible product is a thumbs up and a clean status. The hidden business is that good standing has to be maintained through ongoing payment and documentation. Now, this image shows the driver back in everyday traffic, navigating the city. That reminds the audience why this topic matters so much. Driving is work, family, groceries, appointments, and normal life. The visible image is ordinary mobility. The hidden reality is that the cost of ordinary life has gone up because the driver now carries a risk price administrative label. Now, this final image is a strong ending because it moves the story out of the coast and broadens the frame. This is not a local anomaly. It is coast to coast phenomenon. Once someone has a DUI, reckless driving event, suspension, or insurance violation, they may find that they cannot escape the larger fees, filings, and premium increases that follow them wherever they go. The visible product is restore freedom. The hidden business is the nationwide cost of being legally risky behind the wheel. Thank you.